December 9th of 2000, when it was 2,263,000. The previous level was revised up by 2,000 to 2,325,000 people there. 4-week running average 2,360,750. Now this is what they call the insured unemployment rate there. And let's see, the advanced number of actual claims on the state programs unadjusted 253,016. That was a week ending the 4th of February, an increase of 13,000 or 5.5%. We usually see these kinds of, as we're moving into spring from various climatic problems, etc., you'll see the claims advance, not something unusual as far as the number of claims. The advanced adjusted unemployment rate was 1.9% during the week of March. 28th is unchanged. Basically there, the seasonal factor has expected a decrease of, 67,476, or negative 2.6% from the previous week. A year earlier, the rate was at 2.2%, and the volume was at 2,942,080. The total number of people claiming benefits in all programs for the week ending was 2,617,970, a decrease of 141,794 from the previous week. There were 3,163,363 persons claiming benefits in all programs in a comparable week in 2014. So you can see the difference there. No state was triggered for extended benefits. That's the program at a certain level there. Initial claims for extended benefits filed by former federal workers totaled 867 there. There were 1,300 initial claims filed by newly discharged veterans getting extended benefits. Some I did not know. There were 14,558 former federal civilian employees claiming extended benefits for the week ending in March the 21st, a decrease of 82, very insignificant there. The higher insured unemployment rate in the week ending were in Alaska, 3.9, Jersey, 3.4, Connecticut, Rhode Island, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, 3%, Pennsylvania, 3%, and Puerto Rico, 2.8%. California still in the mix at 2.7%. Illinois also 2.7%. Montana, interesting there, at 2.9%. And West Virginia, 2.6%. So it's sort of a state by state, and in some instances a regional situation there. The largest increase in initial claims for the week ending the 28th were in Oregon, 1,000 there, Wisconsin 880, and Illinois, South Carolina, Pennsylvania, while the largest decrease were in Pennsylvania, down 2,000 there, in Tennessee, California, roughly 1,000, Idaho, I'm not sure why Idaho here. And let's see what else we got. Well, basically some tables here. If we look at some of the table initial claims, we went over that, and several other programs here from the department. And let's see what else we can get here. This just breaks down the seasonally adjusted U.S. Initial claims in the thousands. If we look at this in March 2014, we had 329,000. If we go down to June, 317,000, and so forth and so on. But that does get a picture of the unemployment side of the proverbial coin, so to speak, there. And if we look at a state-by-state basis, we won't really go into this, but if we look at, say, Alabama, and I believe it's 3,508, basically 11,000 out in Alaska, 43,200 in California, one of the largest states there. This is the state, and what happened last week in California was a negative 9.9. We already reported that. And if we move on down here, say for instance for New York, 17,000 and there. And get one of these oil states in here, 1,965 in Oklahoma. And we'll get Texas in here, 18,361. Very large state, petroleum-related state there. And it contrasts that with North Dakota, only 487 there in the state of North Dakota. So that's the unemployment data. There's a very important meeting today in Panama between the President of the United States, Barack Obama, and the President of Cuba, Raul Castro, and that does play into the economy. Let's get to the BBC now. General Electric sells off some property is one of the stories we'll get from the BBC. GE is selling the biggest commercial property deal since 2007. The Depression, in other words, has been retreading from its property investments globally. Without its properties, the company says it expects its other high-value operations to bring in 90% of earnings by 2018 compared to 58% today. It plans to buy back $2 billion of outstanding shares. For $4 billion commercial and real estate assets will be sold to other buyers. So GE is modernizing its particular portfolio in an effort to return to its roots industrial business as energy management, water, and aviation. GE is also shedding its financial and lending arm because it feels market conditions are favorable. GE has been under pressure for a number of years to focus on its industrial business. The reasons they say the market is more favorable is because there's a lot of buyers out there who have approached GE. Moreover, the U.S. Financial Stability Oversight Council has declared several financial firms outside the banking sector, such as GE, to be so big that failure of those businesses could threaten the market. Now, that's a very important thing to understand. This U.S. Financial Stabilization Oversight Council. Remember, there was much commotion in the U.S. about TARP that was under the former President G.W. Bush and the bailout of the banks. Now, this committee, if they declare someone like GM too big to fail, they will step in. The move could relieve GE of part of the business that is becoming volatile, no doubt about it. Basically, they have a lot less general and more electricity. So GE is changing its business, and one would question why they were in some of these businesses actually from the start. If you remember the Jack Welch, the famous chair of GE, and his various machinations. But they are not machinations for 2015 or investments or adventures, whatever you want to call them. So things obviously have changed for GE, and GE is adjusting to the world as they now see it. The business is in the industrial phase. Let's move to the market data in the markets. These are Friday unless otherwise noted. The BBC Global at 43.04. The FTSE at 74.71 on Friday. These are all Friday. Here the DAC in Frankfurt at 208.29. In France, they were at 31.51 on Friday. In Brussels, 34.005. In Madrid, 14.70. In Zurich, 78.08. In Moscow, they were down 18.53. In Johannesburg, they were also down to 94.82. In Bombay, they were down also 5.83. In Karachi, 344.10. In Lahore, 0.69 in the negative. In Colombo, 1.77. And on Wednesday in Tehran, 524.80. Nice day there. In Sydney, 33.90. The Nikkei was down 30.09. In fact, it set a record at, I believe, 20,000. Hang Seng in Hong Kong, 328 there. And in Shanghai, they were at 76.78. In New York, 98.92. The NASDAQ at 21.41. The Merc, that's the commodities market out in the Midwest state of Midwest city, of Chicago, at 10.88. In San Pablo, 411.45, and in Mexico they were down 31.26. The summit in Panama, Brazil's economy has been on the spotlight, but the market there, we're up. Let's get to the commodities and particularly petroleum product. Brent crude was up $1.31 at $57.88. The spot was at $57.59. It's up 65 cents. West Texas crude was also up 94 cents at $51.72. T. Boone Pickens definitely jumping for joy. He remembers $15 a barrel. Oil. Cocoa was down $11. And gold, Dubai gold down $6.80 at $1,194.30. The Forex was up $12.55 at $1,207.35. And if we go to corn futures, they were down $1. Oat futures were down $2.50. Soybeans were down $2. And wheat futures, were at up $7.25. Soybean oil futures were up 25 cents. Cocoa was down $7. This is on the Unex. There, the futures there. And corn was 25 cents, was up 25 cents there. A coffee up $22. So for those of us that drink coffee, better times to come, so to speak, there. This will do it for us. For those in business, make the next week a productive one. For the consumer, better prices are coming. Energy prices are going up and sort of down. I noticed gasoline prices were down in parts of the country, and they moderated for quote-unquote spring driving. We'll be looking very closely around the summer holiday